Rowdy Ross here. This episode of Rides with Rowdy, we're going to take a look at the 2006 Scion XB. Toyota Scion is no more, but still in all, this is a cool deal. I call it a toaster on wheels, hence it looks like a square box on wheels. This vehicle is pretty unique in the styling. I kind of like it, which is one of the reasons why I bought it to resell. Kind of cool. I hadn't bought one before, so we're going to take a look at it. Interior is pretty basic in this model. I do kind of like how they have the speedometer right there in the center. I kind of like that. Engine, this vehicle has a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. So we'll take a quick look at that. And I did put a new battery in it. Runs out pretty good actually. AC heat works. Runs and drives pretty good. One of the things when I bought it after I cleaned it out is I was actually pretty surprised about how much interior space is in here. I was expecting it to be pretty small since it's a small car. I wasn't expecting it to have too much interior space, but I was very surprised. Let's see if we can get this unlocked. And the seats fold down so you have more storage, more room. And again, I'm pretty impressed as far as the interior space. It's got plenty of space. So that's pretty much the outside of the 2006 Scion XB. We're going to take a quick drive for it. I've got to put some more miles on it since I've got to get it ready for emissions. The one thing that I will say is this thing really sips gas, and it's got a record-breaking 100 horsepower. So I'm kind of interested to see exactly how she drives once you put it on the highway, once you put it on the road. All right, Rowdy Ross back with another one here. This time we're going to review the 2006 Scion XB as we cross the bridge. Nice little view. Sun is out. Nice little lake view. Back to the review. 2006 Scion XB. This car is what I call a toaster on wheels. It's a square box, just about. Horsepower comes in at a groundbreaking 100 horsepower. Not sure of the torque, but I will say, gas, this thing sips, and I mean sips the gas. So you're going to get about 34 miles per gallon on the highway, about 30 miles per gallon in the city, around town. We're putting miles on this bad boy today because we had to get the check engine light off. So the check engine light has now been off for 30 miles. Put some new O2 sensors in it so we can get this emissions, so we can go ahead and list this thing. I will say in driving it, I'm somewhat still feeling it out. It almost reminds me of like driving like a go-kart. And a little bit exciting, a little bit of a cool factor, because I think it does look kind of cool. It's definitely unique, definitely stands out. The one other thing that I like about the Scion XB is that it's a Toyota product, so reliability should be there. The Scion is no more. The Scion was basically an entry level to a Toyota, or a cool version of a Toyota that Toyota marketing was trying to do. I hate that it did not go as well as they wanted it to, but you know, that's what happens when you try things. You live, you learn, you experiment, see what works, what doesn't work. So Scion is no more, but that does not mean that the Scion is not a good car. So for reliability, I would think this is very reliable. Parts, everything is small, so you would think it'd be inexpensive. And gas, this thing is really, really good on gas. Like I said, it sips gas. But if you're needing some horsepower, if you're needing to get up and go, this is not going to be for you. Like I said, I'm doing about 60, and I can feel the car is straining to do the 60. Like it's about tapped out. I don't want to push it more. I don't want to push it more than she can go, but I'm sure she can go 80. But we can tell, like, you know, hey, we doing 60, we rolling, we good. Leave me alone. Take your foot off the throttle. Also, with that said, is driving this thing like through downtown. Like I guess maybe because I'm used to driving bigger stuff like Tahoes and Yukons, Suburbans, XLs, Expeditions. This thing is fairly small. Okay, so you know, when you roll up against a semi, you need to either let the semi pass or you need to hammer down and get around them. I would not want to be in an accident in this thing. So safety-wise, I don't feel too safe, to be honest. We've got a short hood there, right? We've got a short hood there. The windshield is fairly up, which kind of creates this nice, massive interior feel. But I don't really feel like safe. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Yukon or the Tahoe, like, you know, I feel safe. Like I feel like you're gonna hit me, go ahead and come on over. Right? We can take the hit. This, nah, player. We need to go ahead and hit the brakes, let them slide on past. You gotta be aware, because I would really hate to get in an accident, either a head-on collision or somebody come over on you, or roll over in this. I don't really feel that safe in it. I could be wrong. I mean, for those of you that have had the Scion XB and have been in an accident, like, tell me, like, how did it hold up? You know, did you guys were able to have a successful experience? You know, were you able to walk away from the accident? You know, did you get another Scion XB? I'd just be kind of curious to see what type of feedback would happen. Also, those that, you know, have kind of souped these up, you know, with a turbo or something, like, was it night and day noticeable? Was it worth putting in the money and the added expense to put a turbo on? Because I can see this with the turbo being pretty quick and a nice little fun car to drive. On the highway, not so much. If you're in traffic, driving around town, or, you know, you don't have to get on the highway a lot, I would recommend this car. For somebody getting like a first car that's kind of watching the pennies, I might say try to get you like a Corolla or get you something else, because I'm not really sold on the safety aspect of it. I'm sold on the cool factor. I'm sold on the fact that it's really good on gas. I'm sold on the fact that it's unique, but when it comes to like hitting the gas and getting out of traffic, like, I got it down to the floor now, and that's where we're at. It's taking every bit to kind of climb up to get her up to, like, if you need to pass somebody in traffic. So for that, gotta take some points off. The fact that I really don't feel that safe in this, gotta take some points off. But I am really surprised about the amount of interior room that is in here. I really am, because I was expecting it to kind of be somewhat less room. Like, this is really roomy in here, like up front. I'm pretty sure you can probably see some adults comfortably in the back. But again, like, you got more people in the car, you get in an accident, like, safety wise, like, how does this car stack up? So with that said, I would have to say give this car a, man, on a 1 through 10 scale, I'm gonna have to go ahead and do it, because I just don't really feel that safe in it. Not only that, like, I don't like the way that I'm sitting in it. I don't like the way the seat sits. So I'm gonna have to give this a 4.5. 4.5. Would I recommend to buy this car? Depend upon the area. If I'm in an area where I'm basically just driving around town, in county, in city driving, yeah, I'd go for it. Now, if I'm in an area where I've got to get on the highway, got to get on the highway all the time, or get on the highway to commute for work, or getting the highway to go out of town, nah, I'd rather take something else. So for that reason, I really wouldn't recommend it. As far as cost though, I mean, as little as you can pick one of these up, I would recommend it. But all in all, I have to give the Scion XB, I gotta give it a 4.5. As always, appreciate your time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Rowdy Ross, right now. Thanks.